Well, that escalated quickly. Apparently, we want a Civil War rematch, at least according to Brandon Johnson, mayor of Chicago, while he's defending ICE, or excuse me, aggressing against ICE, making ICE free zones. That's not a joke, it's actually a real thing. And then on the other side of that, saying that the freedom fighters in Chicago are going against ICE and risking their lives while they're assailing them. Guys, you cannot make this stuff up. Everything we linked in the description box below, I always bring the receipts. And of course, if you are down with saving the country together with me, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Let's get right into this. We're going to jump over to my X profile, at Braden LOA, if you would like to follow along. Listen, guys, I touched on this earlier in my video prior today, and this is the anti-ICE announcement that ICE is apparently not going to be allowed in certain areas because, you know, in Chicago, those gun control free zones or gun free zones worked so well. So why wouldn't they work for ICE free zones, right? I mean, you know, the logic just continues. Guys, I'm telling you, this is why they're going to keep losing and you're going to keep winning. Check this out. ICE free zones, hot drinks everywhere.
Today, we are signing an executive order aimed at reining in this out-of-control administration. The order establishes ICE-free zones. That means that city property and unwilling private businesses will no longer serve as staging grounds for these raids.
ICE-free zones. Again, I would like to illustrate, come here, gun-free zones in Chicago work so incredibly well. So why would you not just do ICE-free zones? Guys, like, the stupid is so thick. But don't worry, we got to get to where we want a Civil War rematch. That's coming up right here in a second. Let's jump into this, and then I'm going to show you a few other things that are really important here, because you cannot miss this stuff. I can't wait for the live stream tonight. All right, watch this. Here we go. Brandon Jackson again telling us that we want a Civil War rematch and a lot of other interesting things. Let's get it.
I said very candidly that the right wing in this country wants a rematch of the Civil War. I want that to sit in right now because the President of the United States of America has declared war on the people of Chicago and people across America.
I just want to throw something out there. Call me old-fashioned, but I'm pretty sure that the Civil War was against the North versus the South. And the party of Abraham Lincoln that was fighting to abolish slavery and the things that they're accusing the ICE agents of doing was the Republicans, and the people in the South who were fighting to maintain democratic rule and slavery were the Democrats. I mean, kind of hard to say how we'd want a rematch when we won the first one. Just saying. But don't let facts get in the way of your virtue signaling BS. All right, let's continue. There's even more. I've got it all lined up. Check it out.
He's more interested in giving billions of dollars to other nations while farmers in urban cities around this country are literally being destabilized. And so whether it's the legal system, whether it's through executive order, or whether it's through the brave women and men who are serving as rapid responders.
The brave women and men who are serving as rapid responders. Do you know what he's referring to? It's not city-sanctioned. What he's referring to is the same stuff that we've been covering right here. Running red lights, chasing ICE down from North Avenue to Laramie, LMAO, ICE. That's the rapid response people they're talking about. Then we've got another example here of chasing an ICE truck through a red light and through other different, goodness gracious, intersections. Wow, that was a hard word, wasn't it? Intersections, chasing them, causing all that kind of stuff. Guys, what we're dealing with right now is nothing less than psychosis. This is the last bastions of leftist control going after the deep blue cities, and they're responding exactly like you would expect a wounded animal to respond. I showed you the polling earlier on that I'm actually going to go to it real quick. Sorry to jump around on the camera angle. This is the polling that I showed you in the earlier video. Democratic Party favorability -32. If you watched the video earlier today, you know that the only people who were giving them any positive reinforcement was what this poll considers black at +10. Everything else is underwater. There is nothing else positive. Only the black vote, according to this. And of course, Democrats who are at plus 58. And even there, it's 79 to 21. This is the last throes of a party in decline. And I got even more for you. Jump over here. Let's just keep on going. I showed you the ICE thing, chasing them down and then posting it like an idiot. This is an interesting one. You know that story going around about the attorney general candidate in Virginia about killing the Republicans' kids to make them feel pain and then basically avert course? Yeah, wouldn't you know it? Look, another TikToker on the left. Check this out. I can't imagine where we would see this before.
Hi, ICE agents have children too. Most of them have children too. And it's not as hard as you think to figure out who they are, where they go to school, their names. It's not hard at all.
That sounded like a veiled threat of intimidation of ICE officers, their families, and their children. But don't worry, the party of welcoming and love and, not accountability, because that's absolutely not it. Inclusion. There we go. The party of inclusion, love, hope, and everything. Yeah, we know where your kids are. Keep on going, ICE agents. While they are literally going through and running them over with cars, they are getting involved in shootouts. They're running red lights to stop the ICE stuff. The mayor of Chicago is coming out and saying we're at civil war with each other. I mean, good Lord. I at a certain point, I just don't even know where to go, honestly and candidly. But this is starting to check out a whole lot more, isn't it? Because what you're looking at right here is literally the death throes of a party. They'll win off races. They're going to win individual places. But as a whole, culturally, they are being relegated to the dustbin of history because they're doing this kind of crap. No ICE zones. That's a federal law, brah. Then you got this, we're going Civil War 2.0, and we want a rematch even though we won the last one. It doesn't freaking make any sense. You got the polling I just showed you. You got them going and running red lights, going after ICE. Same thing there. And now you're threatening kids. This is the party of the left. And now here's the real honest to God part to this. And this is why this is so important that we consistently do these topics. The left has co-opted the Democrat Party. The reason that the Democrat Party cannot find votes anywhere is because the left is too extreme and the middle is too weak. They cannot find the happy medium. They can't coexist in the same sphere together. So what you're seeing is the left, the far left, the violent left, the rhetoric-driven left is going off the freaking deep end, and they're dragging the Democrats with them. The ones who are in the power brokers, the ones who are saying they need to moderate, the ones who are saying like we can't do this anymore. They're literally going with them, and eventually they're going to break away. I don't know when it's going to happen. I can't tell you that. I'm not Nostradamus. But the only way that the Democrats survive is they break the suicide pact with the far left. Because right now, in places like Chicago, in places like New York, in places like California, all of the far left extreme is taking the wheel. Portland, that's what you're seeing. You are seeing the death throes of a political ideology who is threatened because they know their time has come. It's exactly like the hippies 2.0 in the 1960s. They lost power politically, so they started going to violence. Everyone turned away from the left and the Democrats completely. It's exactly what we're going down right now. It's just 2.0. But I hope I landed that plane. I'm going to see you guys for the live stream later tonight. I've got so much to cover. I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. Later.